guys, welcome to Saturday question and answer right here on the Digital Outlook channel. And guys, what a day to actually come out and do a question and answer, because as you can see, we are watching this market fly. In fact, today we saw XRP up there. It hit $1.29 on Coinbase. Can you fathom that? Now guys, we nailed that, because it wasn't just but a day or so ago where I was saying, hey, we could see XRP over $1 lickety split, and sure enough, here we are. In fact, that $1.29, truly amazing. Now it did come back down, went down to what I think $1.08, $1.09. Now we're back up to $1.10, $1.11. Guys, you gotta expect that there's going to be profit taking. You know, we gotta see some of those. That is healthy market activity when you're watching it go up and come back down, tag those prior resistance as support, and then continue moving. Because guys, nothing goes up in a straight line. Now I know when you look at the chart, it looks like a straight line because of course the time frames are so narrow when you're looking at a logarithmic scale over a year or so, but it's not always a straight line. So guys, this is where it is really a big deal. Now decided that we're out there, Judy and I doing some errands here, and so I decided I'd tag along there. There's Judy right there, absolutely gorgeous. I'll tell you what, guys, things are happening big time. This is what it feels like when you're in the start of a major bull run. And guys, we are in one right now, and it is only just the beginning. We are scratching the surface. Now, some of the big time questions that are coming out that I'm hearing right now is, hey, what do I do down the road? Do I hold because, you know, it could go crazy, and what if it retraces and all that kind of stuff, and if I sell, I'm not able to buy into XRP, or on and on and on, because, you know, maybe you need to be accredited investor and all that kind of stuff. Guys, this is what I would come out and say with respect to that. You gotta assess your own risk tolerance in doing that. Guys, do not be making decisions just because of what somebody else is doing or not doing. That is probably a surefire way of getting absolutely wrecked. Why? Because guys, then you're putting all your expectation on their shoulders, and you're not actually putting it on your own. Think about it in this way. Now, I know there's a lot of people in this space that I absolutely know, I know personally, and really respect big time. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. Got a little, dust in the nose there. But there's guys I know in this space really, really enjoy and respect a lot. And I've heard them, come out and make some statements. And guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw a caveat out there like this. Lewis Jackson, not too long ago, and of course you got Mickle and different ones, guys I know and respect and this kind of stuff. And they've come out, and I remember Lewis was saying, hey, listen, at a time, he was saying, I'm not going to be selling any XRP ever. Why would you ever do that considering what's going? Well, guys, even he has come back and reassessed that kind of plan, because he's looking at it from the biggest commodity that you and I have. And what is that? It is our time. Now, can you imagine if you saw your portfolio rise to the point where you could literally retire yourself 10 years earlier and live the life that you want to enjoy with your friends, with your family? Isn't that one of the biggest things that a lot of people come out and say that that's their goal, is more time with their family, with their friends? And guys, that's what you want to think about. Now, something you might also consider is this. You don't have to be selling your entire bag, do you? You might have a bag to hold and a bag to sell, but you want to be able to adjudicate that based on what your own risk tolerance is. And that's where it pays to have a plan and a strategy. Now, guys, I'm going to throw this out there. I have looked at what's going on. My inbox is so full, it is crazy. Now, for everybody that has put, a request in there to do the coaching, I'm going to get to each and every one of you and things like that. But I'm putting a, kind of like a tentative date out there where I'm putting a cutoff as of December 15th, guys. Going forward, I'm not going to be doing any further coaching this year. Now, I'm going to throw a caveat out there, because this is the deal. Situation may change. I'll reevaluate it at that time. But right now, that's what I'm looking at, because guys, I want to be in a position where I'm not distracted, where we're actually able to go out there and really think about our own plan, which is what I recommend you guys do. You want to be strategic about it. Be strategic. So if you're thinking about that, guys, I'm going to fill those dates up from now until then. and then that's the cutoff, guys. That's what it is. I had to throw that out there. I love you so much. I want to tell you way in advance, not just giving you a couple days notice, but that is the plan, at least right now, unless something big time changes. Now, guys, having said that, this market moves so ridiculously fast, and having been through one, I kind of know what to expect in that way. I want you to be sure that you've got your notification bell on and that, because guys, I don't care if it's 3 in the morning. We start seeing some big time movement and stuff like that, you had better believe I will be out there sounding the alarm that, hey, this is a big move. You want to be ready and all that kind of stuff. I'll come out and I'll do a live, even if it's only for a 5-minute live, but I will come out and do one and get us ready. Guys, what I want to say and is just hang on, because this is truly something that if you've never experienced. Now, I remember when Judy and I went through it. I'm telling you, we were not ready for it in that capacity. Now, we even had a plan. That was one of the best decisions that we made. But even in then, I'll tell you, it shocks you so much. Because look at, even from election day till now, can you imagine this? On election day till now, we have seen 80% move in XRP. That right there is truly amazing. Think about it. You would have almost doubled your position in that 10-11 day period. Truly phenomenal. And guys, that is where strategy, planning, and being emotionally ready really matters, and that type of thing, guys. And it's not just XRP. Look at all these other assets: XLM, Hedera Hashgraph, Cardano, Flare was up 30% just the other day, all in one day, mind you, and all that kind of stuff. We're watching it happen right before our very eyes. And guys, there are some big time deals now. One of the things to think about for yourselves is off ramps. And why is this so important? Well, guys, even now we're hearing about some hitching and glitching on some of these exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken and all that kind of stuff, and Uphold and things like that. And that's what has happened every single time that we've seen major volume in these markets. The servers can't usually take it, and there's always some sort of hitch and glitch and things like that. Now, there are those folks who think that this is done with intention, of course, because they don't want you to get your exit in there before they get theirs, the institutions, and that may very well be. But most of the time, guys, it's been because the infrastructure just isn't there to support the volume. And this is why Judy and I had went with Caleb and Brown. Now, I know Caleb and Brown is not available all the way around the wide world like in the UK, but there are some good alternatives. In Australia, that's where Caleb and Brown is, by the way, if you want to get out there. But CoinSpot is out there in Australia, big exchanges and things like that. But guys, be mindful and think about that, because you do not want to face the herd. It's kind of kind of like a frenzied rush to the trough, you know what I mean? And you want to be actually prepared for it, things like that. And this is where you got to decide, okay, how much am I keeping in cold storage? Lots of questions come out that. How much should I keep on the exchanges? Guys, only you can really make that decision, right? Because look, if you're trying to get it on to your exchange, transfer it, and the network is congested and things like that, you're not going to get it on there. But you don't want to actually be exposed to having it all on there and not be able to have more than one off ramp. Think about that, because if you're selling on Coinbase, for instance, hey, that's your liquidity right there. It's only what's on Coinbase. With a broker, well, they have access to all of these various, exchanges at one time, and it's liquidity. That's a big thing to think about, is liquidity as well. And guys, really sit down and just write it out. That's what I would say. Get down, write down what your thoughts are, write down what you're looking at and things like that. Now, guys, there's all other kinds of, market pressures, that come onto this space. Of course, the institutional movement, things like that, the change in regulatory environment and policy, things like that. What happens in the banking sector? Of course, you got people talking about Japan and the overnight interest rates and on and on and on, and how that can really change the market and stuff like that. Guys, it's not timing the market, right? It's time in the market, and just realizing that, and just helping to prevent yourself from FOMOing in or out. That fear of missing out, staying in, fear of missing out, getting out early or staying in too late. It's something you really need to adjudicate inside. And by the way, if you're doing this with a spouse or a partner or something like that, do it together. Do it together. Don't let, because boy, can this, like I remember for Judy and I, one of us wanted to hold and one of us wanted to sell. I was like the seller. Judy over there was the holder. And guys, it can really cause a lot of tension. Don't let one of the best things that'll ever happen to you financially, most likely in your life, be the very thing that kind of tears you apart. Do it together. Get to a place where you both feel comfortable about it and then move forward from there, because I'll tell you what, it's not worth it, guys. The very reason you're in this space is so you can actually get the liberty and the freedom to enjoy one another going forward in life. And that's how I would share that. Guys, amazing things happening. I sure hope that you're enjoying what we're seeing and you're getting a lot out of, these kind of like little, kind of vignettes that I'm coming out and doing here, these question and answers and things like that. And this is where you got to put a pen to paper, guys. Start making a plan. And if you need coaching, like I said, I'm available, but I'm cutting it off, filling up those dates. December 15th, that's going to be the end of it, and then we'll go from there. And hopefully, guys, it's going to be an amazing run. Like I love to say, I cannot wait for you to be standing right there beside us in that winner circle when we cross that finish line.